We're going to take a look at how to use vectors in Photoshop. And this palette right here, this area of the palette controls most of those vector items. You can draw shapes, you can draw freeform with the pen, and you can also use text. And the advantage to vectors is basically they're, unlike pixels, they're more like an XY coordinate on a graph that can be scaled down from a business card to a billboard without any loss of quality. So first things first, we're going to choose the pen tool and just draw a basic shape. Click once, and then the second click, you'll see you've got a pull point, kind of like these barbells here, that control the angle of and the direction of your pen and the drawing. So you can just click around, and if you click and drag, you get those barbells. To finish your shape with the pen tool, you'll just click on the very first dot that you made, and you'll see a little circle next to the pen. By clicking that, that effectively closes the vector shape. Now if we click and hold under the black cursor, you'll see this direct selection tool. That you can drag a box to select multiple vectors. You can select one vector if you want to affect just one. You can also use this white cursor to push and pull those barbells around and to get various effects. So a lot of times you're dragging boxes around your vectors and moving them just by clicking the center of one of the vectors that you've selected. At any time, if you want to add points, you can find that under the pen tool with the add anchor point. So if I wanted to dip here, I would just click once on the existing line, and that gives us another pull point. And using the white cursor, I'll pull that down, and I can shore these up too. So this here, it can be, once I change to the move tool, this can be scaled up or down, and no loss of quality at all will occur. So that's one shape. We'll just turn that off for a second and look at some other vectorized shapes, which you'll find under this rectangle tool. These vector graphics, as soon as you draw them on the canvas, they create their own layer, and they're linked to the color. You can change the color either here or at the top of the screen. So if I wanted a blue instead of a green, and it'll even show you a preview, the before and after. And these also can be scaled and rotated. If you click and hold, you'll also find various line tools where the weight is based up there. You can change it to increase the weight of your line. And that's also vectorized. And a really important one is the custom shape tool, which you'll find as an option up top here, a variety, if we pull that out a little bit, of existing defined shapes. And these are all vectorized, scalable graphics. And you'll notice as I'm drawing them, there's a little bit of a kind of halo around them. And that is not printable, but rather if you should change layers, let's say if I click on the background layer, we'll see that kind of halo disappear. It's just sort of a artifact effect of when you're working with these and selecting them. And last but not least, your text is vectorized, in that once you've done drawing it, you can scale that up thanks to the vector technology. And you'll see no loss of quality or blurriness thanks to the way that they've designed the program. And that's a brief overview of vectors.